See, Maine has done its part, give you good quality gear. Now it's all up to the athletes.
Those are cool looking. They're very bold.
They're very spiffy.
I dig that. All right. Meanwhile, I'm just getting tweets and messages about you weren't kidding. This is hard to move. Everybody's going out now and trying it and realizing.
You're never kidding. Don't think they understand that. You're serious.
It's very. That's what they say. Very serious man. So look at the radar, and yeah, I mean, we saw sleet all day along the coastline. So if you haven't gotten out and tried it, you know what? Forget it. Do it tomorrow because it's going to be a long process to move this sleet out of the way. Still have a little bit of snow back off to the west, but overall the storm is getting these big holes in it. So we're losing the intensity and the dynamics of it that we had earlier that gave us some pretty good bands of snow, especially away from the coast where it stayed snow. We'll talk about amounts here in a second, but you can see those holes being ripped in it. So we'll simmer things down shortly. This was as of, I think, 3 o'clock, so some of these totals might actually be a little low compared to what we'll end up with. But we've got a lot of 10, 12, 13-inch reports. And then I put Bangor in there at 9.1, and South Thomaston sticks out 3 inches. 3 inches of sleet. That's a lot of sleet. And there were some reports of up to 4 inches of sleet. So just on the very high side, I mentioned before I contacted the National Weather Service to see if they have records, keep records on the most sleet we got in one storm, but unfortunately that's not one of the statistics that is kept. All right, so hour by hour forecast, the storm winds down tonight as some light snow and snow showers. Temperatures drop. It's cold. It's cold tomorrow as well. So as we discussed earlier, you're not going to get really any help, natural help, in melting this snow. It'll be pretty bright tomorrow. The temperatures, 15 to 20 should do it. It'll be cold in the mountains. If you're thinking about the fresh snow, which they got a ton of, it is going to be cold tomorrow, and then very cold tomorrow night, below 0 in most spots, and back to around 15 or 20 on Sunday afternoon. So it will stay sub 20 for most of us throughout the weekend, and then we start to moderate a bit into next week. We'll do that though with a couple of the disturbances. One on Monday looks weak, but it'll give us probably some rain showers along the coast in the upper 30s, some light snow inland. There could be an inch or two out of this. We'll nail that down once this storm passes. And this is a storm on Tuesday that is offshore, but not as far offshore as I would like to see it. So I still have it as watching, and I hadn't really dug in necessarily to what the models were doing with that because we were watching this storm. So right now I have it as a miss, but we'll keep an eye on it. And then we should moderate. Wednesday and Thursday look pretty nice, 35 to 40 degrees. We will do some melting at that point. Clouds increase on Friday. Might have a little system, not a big one for next weekend, one step at a time. Overall, this is a more mild look. Unfortunately, guys, we have to get through the weekend first where it will not be very warm.
Yes, it could keep us all busy tomorrow, and don't expect to see a lot of bare pavement no matter how hard you work.
No, the only thing I figured out that worked, I used a garden shovel, flat garden shovel, metal, and I got under it and started pushing. That's the only thing I could figure.
That's going to take a while.
Yeah.
Thanks, Keith.